TSI math practice. I'm on this website. We're going to start the test, get through all 20 questions, hopefully. All right, here we go. Let's see what they got for us today. Question number 1. It says, in a game of chance, so this is going to be a probability problem because it's talking about chance. Try to pull my pen up and see if I can write. It says 3 dice are thrown at the same time. What is the probability that all 3 dice will land on a 6? Well, first of all, we have to think about what are the numbers on the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And I have 3 dice. So I have 1, 2, and 3. We want all of them to land on a 6. Each dice has 6 sides. So that would be 1 out of 6. There's only 1 6 per dice. So 1 chance out of 6 chances. You always put what you want to get out the top. And then at the bottom will be your total amount of chances. So since it's a 6-sided dice, I have 6 possibilities. There it is. Now, also it says all 3. That doesn't mean I want either or. I want them all together. So for that, whenever we do probability, if it's an and problem, means I'm including every single chance. That means I'm going to multiply the probabilities together. If it was an or problem, I would add. Okay, I would add. But see here, I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply 1 6 times 1 6 times 1 6. You may not be able to use a calculator on this part. If so, it'll pop up on the screen. But if not, when you multiply fractions, you multiply the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom. So here, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And then 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 is 36. Times 6 again would be 216. So my answer for this one would be, I have to take it off, 1 out of 216. The next question says, evaluate the expression x minus 2y squared, where x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. All right, so for this one, this is just an algebraic expression problem. I'm going to change my color, see if yellow looks good. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. I'm going to simply substitute those values in for the variable. So my first one is going to be 3 minus 2. Y is 2, so I need to put that in parentheses, and then another set to close the parentheses off. I always substitute using parentheses just because, especially if it's a negative number, you won't get confused. So first thing we need to do is solve what's on the inside of the parentheses according to order of operations. So 3 minus 2 times 2, that comes first, which is 4, and then squared. Order of operations is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, whichever one comes first, left to right for multiplication and division, which is why I multiplied 2 times 2 first. Now, 3 minus 4 is going to give me negative 1, still squaring all of this. And then if I square something and the exponent tells me to do negative 1 times negative 1, I included the negative because it's inside of the parentheses, which means it's included. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1 because a negative times a negative is a positive. So the answer we're going to choose for this one is going to be positive 1. And we'll see at the end if we get it right or not. 10% done. It says the ratio. All right, so we said that our ratio is going to be 3 to 5, right? So 3 to 5, 3 being new, 5 being used. The total amount of sales for the cars was $287,400. Now, this is the total amount of money made. We don't have the total over here. We just have them compared to new sales to old sales. So let's find the total amount of cars that they sell, which is going to be 8 cars per month. So that's the total amount of cars. Now we can compare our used cars to our total. Wait. There we go. Hold on. Our used cars to our total, which will be 5 used to 8 total cars sold. So that's how you would break that down to get the right proportion or the right, comparison to what you're trying to get. Now, I know the total amount of sales I made in cars was $400. I mean, 2,000 287,400. I need to determine how much of that was for used cars. To do this proportion, either you're going to determine, okay, what did I multiply to get here? And then I'm going to use that same multiplier here. So you can divide 287,400 by 8 to find out what your multiplier is. Or you can do cross multiplication and division, where you would multiply 5 times 8, and then you're going to divide, 5 times 287,400, and then you'll divide that total by 8. It's up to you, whichever way you want to solve the proportion. Those are the two ways that we would use. I don't know if this is going to give you a good division. Let's see, a solid like whole number. They may give you a calculator on this problem since the numbers are so big. So we'll go to my calculator and see. 287,400. Let's see, 287,400 divided by 8. It is a solid number. So 35,925. So that means that they multiplied this 35,925. So you'll come up here and do 35,925. So 5 times 35,925, 179,625. So my total answer up here would be 179,625. So let's go see if that's one of the answers. Yes. So my answer for this one would be, hopefully, we'll see. It says a function f of x is defined by f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 7. What is the value of 2 times f of x minus 3? All right, so here we have a function that I'm actually going to double. So it says that this right here is going to represent f of x. So that's going to go right there. So I'm doubling it. So I'll have 2 times 2x squared plus 7. And then I'm going to multiply each term. So that'll be 4x squared plus 14. So all you're doing is doubling what it gave you, because there's a 2 right here, and it can be hard to see, but it's a 2 right there that's telling me to multiply this function by 2. Oop, I missed something. And then it says minus 3. So 2x squared plus 14 minus 3. So 4x squared plus 11 is your final answer. See what happened when you don't read the question fully? You got to go back and double check. So 4x to the power of 2 plus 11. There we go. Goodness. Prizes are to be awarded to the best pupils in each class of an elementary school. The number of students in each grade is shown in the table, and the school principal wants the number of prizes awarded in the grade to be proportional to the number of students. If there are 20 prizes, how many should go to 5th grade? All right, so he is looking for a proportion, right? There's 20 prizes. There's a certain amount of that should go to 5th grade. If I have the total number of prizes, which is 20, then I need to figure out the total number of students, which is 180. Now I'm able to compare the number of prizes I have to the number of students. So if I have 20 total students, goes at the bottom, I have 20 total prizes, comparing that to 180 students. Okay, so for 180 students, I have 20 prizes to give away. A portion of that is going to go to 5th grade, which is 36 students. So what portion of that of that 20 is going to be representing 5th grade? Now, I can look at this same thing and do cross multiplication, where I multiply 20 times 36 and divide by 180. But I see that these have common factors and that they're multiples of each other. So I just decided to say what times 20 is equal to 180. You can cross off the zeros if you need to, because if you take a 0 away from one number, you can take a 0 away from the other number. So that means 2 times 9. And then what do I multiply times 9 to get 36? That would be 4. So let's mark that answer. See if we get it right. What's the next one? Oh, we gotta have our email. Ain't that something? Well, we'll just go with these 5 right now. Let's look at our current. Let's see what we got so far. We missed. No, we got them all right. Cool. We just weren't able to do the other ones. Yeah, we got it all right. Perfect. And then they also give you the explanation of what, you were supposed to do. Look at that. And so I think they did it like I did it. Yeah, 3 plus 5 is 8, and then 5 over 8 times 287, 400. Where they multiplied and then divided. Same here. I want to see what they did right here. Yep, 36 out of 180. And you can divide it and it becomes 20%. So then what is 20% of 20, which is 4? All right, so hopefully that was helpful. Let me know. Have a great one.